Yeah.
Talk about how we get paid. So yeah,
It's free to you.
Free.
Okay. So if you are really looking for a lease and you really need help for it, it doesn't cost a tenant a dime, which is the beautiful part about it. So instead of having to do all the tedious hunting, the Kijiji, the Facebook Marketplace, we'll do it for you and it doesn't cost you anything.
That's the biggest thing. Free.
Free
Why wouldn't you do it, right? Free 99. I like that. And then with a landlord, so let's talk about how the landlord pays it out. So essentially what happens is we charge 1 month's rent to rent your property, which I know could seem like a lot, but I actually think it's fairly cheap to ensure that you get a good tenant in there, right? And that gets collected. So when the property gets leased out, the tenant moves in and the first and last month comes to the landlord, we take our month out of that. So if you are a tenant, you don't actually pay us. You're given first and last anyways to a property. We're taking it out of the landlord's side, not your side. Yeah. So that's how we get paid. And it's just that one-time fee. I mean, if you're a landlord, we put a tenant in there, the tenant stays for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you've only paid us 1 month.
As right? Well, if we're posting your lease on the MLS and various services and someone else brings a buyer, they're screened and everything, we actually only take a month. But if it is another agent, we will take, half a month. If it is another agent, we will take the full month because we have to give them half of a month.
Yeah, so that 1 month gets split into between the two agents. That's pretty much it. That's how we get paid.
That's it.
But I mean, I think obviously more people seem to be leaning on us for leases this year than ever. I don't think we've ever done so many leases. Like I said, over 50 leases since January.
I think it's a liability too, right? It really.
No, you make it easier. You got to think, right? And then it's a house, big asset. And as well, if you're a tenant like looking, and that's another thing too. Like we got one guy on our team that we don't just show leases that are on the MLS. We show leases that might not be listed because sometimes a landlord is willing to pay us to bring a quality tenant. So at that point, you wouldn't have to pay either. Like that's an option as well. I know Nick on our team's done that, I think
a quality tenant these days is very underrated.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys got questions about looking for a property, how we can help you find a lease, what paperwork, what the process is, more questions just about the pay structure, things like that, drop a comment below or reach out to us directly or hit the Calendly link down in the description and book a call with us. We'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Taking